All right. Cool.
Yep.
Well,
All
welcome
right.
back.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Oh, I gotta mute the stream.
All right. I just muted my view of. Oh God, what's going on?
All right.
This is so weird. All
Okay, I
right.
think we're good to go.
Yep.
Okay, welcome back. So this is the fourth stream. So for a basic recap, um, I'm Dwayne, and Dan is with me.
I'm Dan.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're a couple of developers, and we are working on a really basic calendar app or shared calendar app using Angular, Express, Node, Mongo. Um, and so if you want to watch the first couple streams, that's where we do like all the basic project setup, as well as coming up with this really basic list of tasks here in Trello. Um, we started a basic server and a client app. And our client app so far doesn't really do much. You can just enter names, and it saves them into the database. So I just entered a name, and it may or may not have saved it in the database. There you go. I just added it. Um, so now what we'd like to do today is kind of finish up this super basic authentication task. What I'm kind of envisioning is you come to the app for the first time, it recognizes that you're not logged in, and then we'll have like a basic login screen where you can enter your username. We won't have any actual password or authentication or anything like that, but
Right.
it'll see if you're in the database. If you are, it'll return to you something like a token or your user object, and then you can store some sort of like session identifier or something in local storage, and then the client app will recognize that you're logged in now, and then we can continue on from there.
Yep.
Um,
Did we want to maybe add a UI framework like Material or Bootstrap, or do you want
right.
to
Okay.
hold off?
We could. Um,
It should definitely be on the task if on Trello if we don't have
sure.
it there already.
Okay. Um, uh,
Material should be first.
yeah, you like material more?
I do. I do. Uh, yeah, it's a
Oh my
built by
gosh.
Google, and it just kind of slides right into Angular. So
Okay.
I like it.
I kind of prefer the look of Bootstrap, but I
Okay.
mean, I guess to each their own.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I'm still a little bit struggling because I worked all day on my Mac and I have a Windows PC now, but I use the exact same
Yep.
keyboard, so all my keyboard shortcuts are just wildly different. So it's super fun.
I've always found it so hard to use like a PC keyboard on a Mac because the command key is
The Windows
totally
key,
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It takes some getting used to. I'm still not used to it. And I've been doing it for a while now, so
Well,
yep, constant
all
struggle
right.
of daily life.
Yep.
All right,
All right.
so what do we got here?
So
So far we've got this input. Um, we never
now the
made like a
submit
log.
happens when you press enter, right?
Right. Yep. We put a form around it. So
Okay.
if we go to if we go to what did we even call it? Hopefully we called it login. Haha, we did. Okay, so we have a login controller here or login component, and then this thing has a form around it with an ng submit. So when you enter text and hit enter, it automatically submits and calls login, which calls the user service create user, which sends that user object down to the server, and the server saves it. Um,
Yep. Remind me, did we hard code the path to the API? I think we did,
um,
but it was like was it a
do you mean?
relative path or did we include the host?
Oh, I see what you're saying. We hard
Okay.
coded the host,
Okay.
so we probably want to have some like generic service, so like a generic HTTP service that does this part, and then each
Yeah.
other service will tack on this part.
Yeah. I mean, we could also do something like have like Nginx running as well that just kind of proxies traffic based on the path. So then we could just be running on port 8080, then we just use a relative path. You know what I mean? So it'd be like,
Um, not. Exactly.
So like if we change HTTP localhost 8080 to just like server,
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. And then we can.
then
Okay, the Nginx can redirect anything that's slash server slash whatever
yes.
to the server.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've never done it that way, but we can do it that way.
Okay. But
Um.
I mean that's we could do that in the future.
Okay. Okay. So we have a home component which has our app login component in it. Probably what we want to do is, if we're not logged in, it'll show the app login component. If we are logged in, it'll show something else to show that we're logged in. Do we want to have some sort of like header bar or
Yeah,
nav bar?
that's kind of where the framework would come in. Like if we had it, it's just header or
Okay,
something like that, like something simple.
I'm doing my Googling in here.
So if we want to install it, you just do. Actually, does it come with? I don't think. Okay,
Angular's
you
CLI
do
does it.
ng add.
Interesting.
Okay, I guess you could do that because then it would probably add all uh, the modules that you need.
Okay, let's give it a try. I'm unfamiliar with this. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, sure.
Ng add nk. Oh, I don't have
Uh,
the CLI installed?
maybe not globally.
Hmm. Do I have it installed here? Angular CLI. Oh, okay. I don't have it installed globally. I just have it.
Yeah,
Okay. Is it just
I feel like there's like I
setup
saw
kit?
recently a way to just run scripts that you have installed in your project as if it were a global install. Um,
Like that?
yeah, I think so. Although that's oh okay. Did you know that, or was that just like a complete guess?
I'll let you figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, I've done that before. Um, so I guess you could say I knew it.
Okay.
Okay, so I got to choose a theme.
Yep.
Um, indigo, pink, deep purple, pink, blue, gray, purple, green. Cause these all sound hideous.
I like blue gray.
It's pink, blue, gray though.
What do you have against pink?
I don't know. All right, we'll try it. Set up Hammer.js for gesture recognition. I don't know if people are going to be using this with their phones necessarily. I think we'd
Probably
probably want like an
not.
app.
Yeah, that's fine.
Set up browser animations for Angular
Oh,
Material.
absolutely.
Yes.
Because otherwise, you don't get that little ripple effect when you tap on the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so now we've got it. So the met slider is a component. Is there a list of components? Components. So we want some sort of header, right? Navigation menu, like that.
Uh, that's. I think
Slide
that's a little
toolbar,
different. I think you want the top bar.
top bar. Did I miss
Oh,
it?
it's not there. Oh, toolbar. That's it.
Are you sure I want a toolbar, not top bar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's top bar. Toolbar. Sorry.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So, met toolbar. Let's do it. So in our home component,
So I sort of think that maybe we should have a separate component for the toolbar.
it should be its own thing. Well, okay. So we're going to have a separate component that has the material toolbar in it.
Yeah, because then we could throw like icons and stuff in there, so it's
Okay,
global to the app.
let's just call it top bar.
Sure. So we had a user, then we lost it. Lost them.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
All right. All right. Let's just throw stuff in here and just see what it looks like.
Sure.
Oops. Still struggling. Oh my gosh.
It's actually
Okay.
easier to watch on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't it delayed? There's like
Yes,
an
it
8-second
is.
delay, right?
I just realized that.
Okay. Oh, I have to build. We have a watcher, right?
Yeah, we have a watcher on the server,
Ah, but I have to start the
and
server.
yeah,
That'll
that's
help.
important.
That'll help.
So I think when you install material,
Mhm.
I think yeah, so it installed or it set it up to use Roboto, and it also added the material icons. That's good.
Okay.
I was wondering if it added those.
So did it put it in here?
Uh, what material?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Well, I mean, when you went to index HTML, it was loading Roboto and material icons.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah. So I bet if you, it's probably in the styles that it loads it.
Hmm. Do we need to like import the modules and stuff? Cause I don't see it.
Yeah, I think we do.
But it didn't blow up either, so
Really?
I don't think
Are
so.
you sure it didn't?
Oh wait, no.
Go to console.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Huh. Okay. Um, are you using the toolbar
I think
or
so.
top bar, whatever the component?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So where is app.component? We probably want to put it in here, right? So it's always
Yeah.
visible.
Yep.
Oh, and I actually didn't make a component for it. Wow, that was weird. Component factory name, huh? Okay.
I can't believe you have all that memorized.
It's not that much.
Well, like I mean, at work, I'll
uh,
do. I just like copy a component and then gut it.
I mean I used to do that, but this isn't that bad. I don't like how it wants that. Any,
I thought there was a way that you could disable that.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll just leave it for now, and then we can fix it later if we care enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel like
so this
we.
doesn't have to do anything, but we need to put it in here.
Yeah. I feel like we say we'll get to it later on a lot of stuff, but
Maybe, could be.
we do have to focus. So,
Yeah.
and the goal is to get the login piece going.
Okay, now it blows up. So
Okay.
now, oh, we have to include that module. Duh. Top bar.
Uh, did you export it?
I didn't.
Okay.
All right, and here. Okay.
Okay.
Unexpected value undefined declared by module app module. I bet it's blowing up on Angular material, but it's just
You
a weird way of saying
think
it.
so?
I'm not positive.
Unexpected value undefined declared by a module. Uh, can you go back to top bar?
Yeah.
Top bar component. We don't have to extend anything, do we? No. Let's see here. We have selector, template URL, style URLs.
Oh, okay. We didn't import. We
Well,
probably
that's a
have to.
slider module.
Yeah, but I imagine we have to import the toolbar module or something.
Okay.
Probably.
It should, like, if you select the component,
Yeah.
I think it should tell you, like, API, maybe.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we import this bad boy. Actually, does this have to go at the top? Or
Actually, I have a question. What
yes.
version of Angular material was installed?
Good question.
Because I think we're on Angular 7. And
737.
okay, good.
Okay. So it figured it out,
Yeah.
I guess. All right. Still the same problem.
I sort of wonder if, like, maybe we should
Results.
generate the module or generate the component.
I don't think that's the problem. Topbar.ts is not a module. Oh, what? It's not a module. Did I put it in the wrong place? I don't think so. Declarations, topbar component.
Um,
Line 12.
it says it's on line 12. So it's complaining about line 12. Export. Uh, the heck?
Well, we did create base components, so I could
Yeah,
extend that, but that shouldn't matter.
right. That's not going to matter at all. That's just weird. Like, why?
I wonder if we just need to restart this. I don't know. It says compiled successfully. Oh, I did it now. What?
Oh,
But it compiled successfully the time before that? Like if
that's
I
weird.
do this again, it compiled and it still
Yeah.
works. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
That's
I think it
weird.
was just behind.
Okay.
We probably still want this though, just because the
Yeah.
on destroy stuff is nice.
Yep.
Okay, so it slammed all these things in there. So maybe we could show a login button up here if you're not logged in.
Okay.
And then that login button could take us to the login page. And then you could log in and they could take us back home.
Yeah. So I think your mouse cursor was hidden by your video, your webcam
Oh, okay.
when you're pointing to the.
I see. Okay. Let's move this over here. Okay.
So we'll put that. You said we'll put the icon in the upper right corner.
Yeah. Just like a little
Okay.
login link there if we're not logged in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So inside of top bar, let's do an on init. All right. So we're gonna do something like this. Actually, what we'll probably want to do um, is that, right? And then
Okay.
and then something.
So I could see this eventually being like in a service or something.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
the
Like some sort of authentication service.
yep.
Um, so for now, though, we'll just like grab something from local storage. If it's there, we're
Sure.
logged in. If it's not, we're not logged in.
Yep.
So we can just grab.
I think it's is it get or get item?
Oh, it's get item. Thank you. What do we want to grab? Just like user, whatever.
Sure.
Okay.
And that would be like the username or whatever they type in.
Sure.
Okay.
So if user exists, then we're logged in. Actually, I can probably do that, right? No, I can't. Okay. Oops. All right.
You could just do well, yeah, I guess that works.
Right. Okay. And then up here, so if we're logged in, then we'll show something. If we're not logged in, we'll show a login link. So
Yeah. I
um,
think we could do like show like an icon.
for if we're logged in,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, either or.
Okay.
So let's see.
So
I
if we
think you could
are
do like
logged in,
an icon. So you would want to do like mat dash icon.
okay.
And then I think it, based on this example, it's just like the attribute is SVG icon, I guess,
Like that.
uh, with a capital I. Then you say equals, and then it's the material icon,
Okay.
which there's like a website for that
Okay.
somewhere.
So if we're logged
Oh, you
in, we
found
could
it.
show this.
Isn't there like
Paste.
material IO?
Or maybe we just want to show a logout link. Or actually, maybe we want to show the username.
Yeah,
Okay,
that would be
so
fine.
maybe what we want to do instead of having an is logged in boolean, we just grab the user. If the user exists, they're logged in. If they don't exist, they're not logged in.
Okay.
Let's call it username. Okay. And then if username, so we'll show username. Otherwise, there's going to be a login link. It's a router link, right? I forget exactly how to do that.
Um,
Router link.
yeah, I think it isn't it just router link equals.
think so. Why? Oh, okay. Okay, so seems good. Okay, and the icon that we actually want. Do we want to show an icon or just show their name? It'd be nice to have a little icon, right?
Yeah, I kind of like icons. So actually, there's an example of how to do this with buttons.
Okay.
So if you go back to material angular.io,
Hmm.
go to the button component and go to examples. Then you see the icon buttons. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So then if you want to see the source to that, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so then we would just have to go back to that other site that you had up
Okay,
and
and find the icon that we want.
yeah,
Okay, so it's a button with met icon button. So
yep,
color, and then an ARIA label,
yep.
and then a met icon in it. Okay, well, let's do that.
Oh, this example is a little different. It doesn't have that SVG icon attribute,
You're right, but it just has
but
a
well,
met icon, and then I
yeah,
assume this is the
that's
like
probably the name.
yeah. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
have you the username and then this a button,
Yep.
and that button the button's gonna be the logout essentially, right?
Yeah.
So what icon looks like logging out? Is there a log
Um,
out? Exit? Exit to app?
well, exit is a good one.
Okay, so something like that.
Sure.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. So right now we're not logged in and everything is broken. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Met icon. Okay, so we have to import the Met icon, whatever library.
Yeah, the module. And probably even the button too, I bet.
Okay, that's kind of annoying, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the whole tree shaking, right?
So we don't import everything in the world.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, and it keeps your compiled JavaScript small.
Actually, I just want that, right? So, oh, it's
So we need toolbar, button module, and I bet icon module. Yeah.
uh, so this one. What is this one? This one's button. So we want icon. All right, what do you want? Template parse errors, unexpected slash.
Okay.
Where? Somewhere.
It's with the button. Oh
At
wait.
6:33. 6.
I am not seeing it. Span. The spans are closed. The button is closed. The matte icon is
Is it
closed.
just out of date? It is not. At column 1 in slash login. Oh, does it not? Does the router link not like the slash?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it needs an array of strings.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. what else would go in the array? I wonder.
Probably parameters.
That makes sense.
It's like you could, um,
So it takes
yeah.
a consider the
Oh, so like right
Oh,
there.
okay. Oopsies. So if I had done it not as a, oops, shit.
Oops.
Okay. So since I use the brackets as like a,
Okay, that makes sense.
okay. Well, since we're not passing anything,
Yeah, I like that better.
hey, okay. So it's there. It's not to the right, but that's okay.
Yep.
And okay, so we're gonna forward to login, which means our home component needs to not have this. We're gonna have, excuse me, our app router. Did we make a router? App routing module.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that'll forward to login. Our login just is that. So home, I want to put something in here just so we can see it. Okay, what does this look like? It looks like an error. Cannot start with a slash. Okay. All right, we are home. So we click login, and now we're in the login page. Cool. Okay,
Cool.
so now what I'd like is you enter a name, and then our server looks for the name in the database. If it exists, then it logs us in. If it doesn't exist, it throws an error.
Okay.
Okay, so
So right now we're issuing a post, which ends up creating the account, doesn't it?
right, it does.
Okay. So we'd have to do a get
Okay,
potentially.
calls. Oops. I keep doing that. Macworld. Okay. All right, so we're going to do we want to call it find user or get user? Probably find user,
Uh,
get
yeah, that's
user.
fine. Find or get. I'm fine
Okay.
either way.
Users, and then we'll just do like a query param?
Yeah,
Or do you
that's
want to
fine.
do, okay.
Though it feels kind of weird though. Like I mean, this is kind of like a search, right?
Yeah.
Which I think it should maybe be a post. Oh no. Well, let's see. Yeah,
It,
a post is typically a create.
right. And a put is usually like a modify of some kind.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess a get would it makes sense. It would be a search.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. This I'm fine.
Okay. I'm going to change the quotes on here. Username equals, and something like that.
Yep.
Alrighty. And then we got to receive it. User controller. Oh, we already have a get user. And oh, this is getting it by ID.
Right.
We didn't actually use this, do we? Did we just make it to
I
like it? I don't remember.
I think we created that initially,
Okay.
didn't we? But yeah, I don't think we need it to do this.
Okay. All right. So we've got a request params ID. Oh wait,
Oh,
we need
that's the
to.
path. That's the path.
What do you
So
mean?
request params ID. So this is actually its own thing. So we
Okay.
could
So
create
we
like
need
a
another one, like a user
yeah.
search.
Yep.
Oops. Dang it.
Is that the Mac
Yeah.
uh,
User
keyboard?
search, or just call it search. We can
Yeah,
call it
because I mean
just.
this is the user controller.
Yeah. I'll just call this create, and we'll just call this get.
Actually, it probably should be called users controller since the file name is called users controller.
All right, so we got a search. Okay, so in our, where did we put our routes?
Server TS, I think.
No, we made a
Oh,
router,
user
right?
routes. Oh,
We have
yeah,
user
that's right.
router.
Yep.
User routes. Okay. Right. Users controller. Users get create get all. Okay, so let's make a new one for search. It's going to be a get on the root.
I don't like the get all.
You don't like the get all? Like you don't like that it
No,
exists, or you don't like the name?
I don't like that it exists.
Okay. I mean, yeah. It might be useful for like some sort of like admin tool or whatever, but I don't see much other use, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. I think when we need it, we should build it. But
Okay.
uh,
Okay, so
yeah,
how do we specify query params in here as opposed to path params?
uh, well, you don't specify it in the routes. You specify it in the endpoint. So it's just rec.query.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Username. Okay, so that should be it,
Can we
right?
do that? Is it possible to use the question mark dot? So like you could do like rec dot query question mark
Mm.
dot username.
So if
Is
query doesn't
that
exist,
right?
does that
I
exist
don't
yet?
know. I think that's okay. So maybe
That's super new,
I
right?
swear I saw something like that recently. Maybe it's like the new version of TypeScript or something. So yeah, it would be
Like
shorthand for that.
this. Oops. Status 404.
Yeah, and I think you have to end it.
Okay. And we also want to send a 404 if the username doesn't exist, right?
Yes. So I think technically, if you don't specify a username, that's a bad request, which is a 400.
Oh, okay, good point. Okay, so okay. Okay. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
If we resp send, we don't have to resp end, right? I'm just wondering if I could move
Correct.
this outside. I can because the send will have already sent, so I can just do that.
You might get into like stream has already closed, but I am not sure.
Does this return?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it
You'd
doesn't.
have to return resp send, and then it would short circuit it. But
Okay.
I don't.
I don't know if I want to have
Yeah,
multiple returns.
yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
I know some people do, but that just seems like not a good idea.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way we can clean this up at all?
Um, let's see. Can't think of anything.
Okay. All right. Seems fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me throw this over here. Oopsies. Theoretically, oh, we have to restart the server, right? Oh, no,
No,
we don't. We have
the
watchers.
server should go. Yeah. Yep.
But it didn't do anything?
Yeah, you're right. It didn't. Oh, because you need to run dev. Because
Oh,
remember,
okay.
I wonder if we should switch that so start runs the watch.
I don't know. I don't care either way.
No. Okay.
Okay. So this theoretically, if I type in just garbage, I should get a
Yep.
404,
Yes.
but I did not.
Well,
Oh,
did
because
submit.
we're still calling create.
Oh. Okay.
What did we call this? We called it get user.
Get
I'm gonna
user.
call it search.
Yeah, just call it search.
I'm
Then
just
do you want
calling
to
this
call it
create.
create? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because then that'll open the door for us to uh, like create a base component that does all this stuff for us.
Right. Okay. So let's do that for now.
Yeah, for now.
Something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So put in some garbage called users username
Oh, it's
equals async.
pending. So we never ended the. What
Cast
happened
object
here?
ID failed. Oh, that was
Oh
before, right? No.
no. Why would it?
What did we
Why?
call? We called what is the method here?
Um.
Am I blind? Should it say the method? Where?
It should.
I don't understand.
Like you should see it in like general or something. It should say get.
Yeah,
Can you show the? Yeah. This.
server.
What is the? So
So
unpromised rejection warning.
so I think
Cast
we're
to
hitting the
object.
wrong route.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
It
Hmm.
thinks question mark whatever equal is the ID. So
Okay,
I guess
so
we have to
we
do
need to specify that
this.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's refresh. I got to log in. Okay. Put in garbage.
We still get pending. Current server. What the heck? Cast to object ID failed again. I think we also need to handle our errors a bit better.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't return an error. Right? Like the app just crashed instead. But
Yeah, I think that's just Mongoose bubbling up the air. I think we're still hitting the wrong end.
yeah.
Does Mongoose support async await,
Um
or is it all promise
I think it
based?
does. I mean, I
Although
think
actually, yeah,
anything with promises I think supports async await.
yeah.
Yeah, so rec.query, and they don't specify anything to say like I'm expecting query params. Oh,
Right.
are
Yeah.
we? No.
Yeah, we got all that.
Huh. So what the heck?
Well, let's go look at the controller real quick.
Okay.
All
Search.
right, so I guess first, can we put like try catches around the finds?
Yeah. I don't think it even got here.
Well, no, it got it. It's hitting line 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Right. I see what you're saying. Um, status
This would be
500.
500. Yeah. Then we definitely want to log the error.
Okay. All right.
And then do you want to put lines I guess 29, that whole if else block up in the try
Um,
once you're done.
lines 29
So
inside
now
of.
it's 30.
Oh, yes. This up in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Let me just throw this on here too.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to create a logger eventually.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now we should have better better error handling. The responses or the requests will return at least.
Yeah. Okay, so failed.
Okay, so let's do that again. Nice. We got a
Okay,
500
good.
internal server error. Yada yada yada.
Yep. So it's actually hitting users. Okay, so it is hitting the endpoint that we expect. And there's our request method now.
Okay.
But now, at least the client is pointing to it. But the server, I suspect, is still hitting the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't really tell us where in our code it is,
But
does
there's
it?
only one place where we're casting to an object ID.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just hoping to see like
Yeah.
the line.
So why would it get into here?
Right. So you get like do we don't need to specify like put a forward slash after the
After the
like on
what?
line 7. Like on line 7, do we have to put a slash after colon ID?
I don't know. Maybe.
No. Um, hmm.
Current URL string parser is deprecated. The new parser.
Yeah, that's easy to fix. When we connect to Mongoose,
Mm-hmm.
we just need to pass in that use new URL parser.
Okay. So just for giggles, let's do
Yeah.
this. Just take this
Yeah.
out
Okay.
and just see if we get where we want to get.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it's pending. Interesting. Oh,
Or
because I
pending.
selected.
Oh,
Okay, so now it's listening. Let me do that again. Got a 500
what?
still.
That's weird.
Oh, interesting. It's still doing it. What?
Okay, that's unexpected. So what are we doing?
Oh, because we're
Oh,
calling
find by
find by
ID.
ID. Oh my god.
Okay, so it was probably working just fine.
Yep, it was probably working just fine, and we're just silly. This is our
Yep.
lives. We do this all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not to paint ourselves as incompetent, but this
Well, I
sort of
mean,
thing happens to people.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so we called this and we got a 200, strangely. I would have expected a 5 or a 404, unless this actually exists in the database. But it doesn't.
What's the response?
Good question.
Because it should
Empty.
have. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's because this returns an empty array, which
Right.
exists. Okay, so if we have to do
Yep.
this and user dot
Isn't there like a find one?
there is find one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oops. All right. Now we got a 404. Excellent.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Now,
sanity check though. If we look for a name that
yeah.
does exist, like
Yes.
names,
Exactly.
then we get Server returned object. Cool.
That's. I think we need to return JSON. I think
You mean?
instead of calling it send, so it's resp.json.
Oh, you're right. I think you're right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Names returned object.
What?
But I mean, it received the object, but we have to JSON stringify it if we want to see it in the log, right?
But
Because we're returning the whole user.
really? Okay. Well, can you look at the network request?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens if we change this back to send? Oopsies. If we change this back to send, does it still work? Yeah, it still
That
works.
still works.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really care which one we use. I don't know if it matters. It might matter later when we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just, so we can see it, JSON stringify this thing.
Well, that's you did the wrong one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you.
So can't we just pass user as like a second parameter to log?
Can we?
I think so. Yeah.
Optional params. What does that do? I've never done that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's handy. Okay, cool. All right, so we got our user. So let's go ahead and throw it in local storage.
Sure. But then that's not going to update the top bar automatically.
You're right. We have to
Right.
refetch it. So we have to have some sort of service that keeps track of whether or not it's in there. No, like it keeps track of our user.
Right. Or we just emit an event.
Yeah, I guess. I was imagining that the service would like have the event emitter on it so that
Okay.
both places can subscribe to it.
Yep. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
So maybe we
I
don't
think
even need local storage. Because I mean, the service is basically that.
Oh, yeah. So then the service would just keep it in memory.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So did we make a services? We did. We have a user service. Well, maybe it belongs in here. Oh, that's kind of for the transmitting of data, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, we could put it in here.
Yeah. I think it should go in here.
Okay.
Or maybe it's more of an auth service. I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe let's put it in here until we decide that there's a good enough reason to make it its own thing.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
All right. So we'll just
So
call
I
it.
kind of think the shouldn't we keep it in local storage? So then when we come back into the app, it's already cached. Although I guess when we open the top, we're gonna ping the. Yeah, I mean we don't know what to ping the server with, right? So we need to store the data in local storage, because then if we close the browser and reopen it, we still want to be authenticated, right? Or no?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to keep it in both, or is there a
Uh,
reason to keep it in both?
I think well, I think local storage is fine for now.
Okay. Sure.
And it should be pretty quick. I mean, this is like a small time app. I don't know that I don't think there's going to be any performance issues.
Okay. Okay. So we're logging in. We set user on local storage. I forget actually what we are looking for. User. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So when you set it, I think it requires a string. So you're gonna have to stringify that.
Okay.
Yeah,
string
if we
is.
started in like index D, I think we could just
Okay, so
yeah,
then so now it's an actual user object instead of just a user name. So let's pull off
right.
an actual user.
I think it should be the user object because then we can use the ID to interact
Right.
with the API.
I guess we don't know if it exists yet. So
Should we call the user service to say is authenticated
we
so that
could
we can
instead of
store all
having
that
to pull
stuff
it
there?
from. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Let me
Yeah.
write it here, and then I'll move it over.
Yeah. And then we could even write specs.
Ooh. Okay. Um. Okay. So I'm gonna move this thing into the auth service. Did you say auth service or user service?
Uh, let's do user service for now.
Okay.
I think we should eventually create an auth service, but uh, I think for now it's fine to piggyback off of this one.
Okay. So for now, let's just pull it off every time, I guess.
Sure. Hmm.
Um. Oh, I guess. Or do we want to cache it? I mean, we're pulling it off and parsing it. Maybe we just want to cache it?
Um, we can. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter too much
Okay. For
right
now,
now.
let's not then. Let's just not bother.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Okay.
Okay. And then we don't care about. Oh, we do want to display the username. That's a reason to cache it.
Oh, right. Yes.
All right. So,
Should we call it cached user?
okay. Um, return not user or this dot cache user. And then oh, let's do this. Get your. I forget exactly how to do this.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would remember because I haven't done this before.
Get cached user. There's a user. I'm doing this. Nope.
I don't know if you specify like I think you can do it all in one line.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe not.
Get bar.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm totally wrong.
So public get cached user returns a user. That's what it said, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of so. How does that work? You would just say like this dot user service dot cached user.
Yep.
Okay, so it's almost like a property.
Yeah.
It's not a function. Okay, interesting. Do we need the setter?
No, I suppose you're right. We don't.
Yeah, I think the service should be in charge of managing this.
Ugh. Um.
It should be all lowercase.
I don't
Why?
think it likes the underscore.
Well,
Well, now it's a duplicate, but
but that's just a warning.
yeah, but I don't like seeing
So
yellow.
yeah, I know.
All right, what is
We can
this
disable
property
it real
called? So this
quick.
is called. Wait.
Yeah, just do the quick fix, right?
No, the quick
And
fix is
then
like on this line. It'll ignore it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Disable rule. So this is TSLint
Yeah,
disable
you want
text
the
type.
last one,
Okay.
the type def white space. Yeah.
Okay. And then where does this go again? TSLint
Uh,
JSON client?
TS lint. Yeah.
Okay. Oopsies. Okay, nice. And then what do you want with this?
It's a variable name. I think it's
False?
false. Yeah. Wait, what? Um, okay.
Variable. Oh, okay, there it goes. It just took a sec.
Okay,
Okay, so
great.
now this dot cached user. Oh, we do need a setter. Or do we
Uh,
could directly set it like that?
yes.
Is that gross though?
I don't think so because this is like a
Internal thing?
private method that we're in charge of.
Okay. All right, so back in here, nope, in top bar, we need a user service.
Yep.
User dot name. Alrighty, cool. So now it's gonna display it. I don't remember if there's something else we had to do. Let's take a look at what we got.
Sure.
Okay, so
So what was the error?
oh, good question. Cannot read property name of undefined
Okay.
cached user. Right, because we don't have a cached user.
Yep.
Okay, so we should probably not do that if we don't have a user.
Right.
Oops.
But don't we have to say like this user service? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Or if, oops, the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, no errors. Okay, so now names exists. And what happened? We got a 200. It returned a
Do
thing.
we cache it,
Oh,
right?
we need to update the top bar. So we need to have an event that happens.
Okay. But I mean, we could just refresh right now to see it work, right?
We could, yes. There it is. Names,
Okay.
logout. This still shows up, but that we can fix that. Okay.
Okay.
So we need an event emitter on login. Oh, geez. Or do we just make it a subject? Just make it a subject?
Let's see. I think didn't we do event emitters?
I think we did. But I'm not
Yeah.
really sure what the difference is.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a subject then.
Okay. Oh, do you not have to instantiate an event emitter? Oh, no, you do. We just did it right away.
Right.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cached user.
Okay. And then top bar needs to care. So we don't actually care about the user though, because we just grab it later.
Yeah, I don't think we do. I think we just care that the event happened.
Okay.
So yeah, eventually we could turn that into a method
If there's more
if we
stuff in there.
decide we. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but this is fine.
All right. Okay.
Did you want to fix top bar to not show login?
Yeah. So is logged in, we replaced with this.
Okay.
Cool. So we're logged in still.
Yep.
Logout doesn't actually do anything, but it is a link. Excuse me. I'm gonna move everything over to the right.
Okay. I wonder if there's like a material way to do it.
Oh no. Their examples aren't.
Let's see. Hmm. Oh, that's cool. Elevation. It like adds like a little box shadow around it.
Oh, you mean this right here? Oh, you mean
Uh, yeah, yeah. That would be like a style with like an elevation on it.
okay.
That's kind of neat. So yeah, right now I'm looking at the guides. I don't see anything
Okay.
as far as floating. So yeah, I guess maybe for now we'll do a custom style.
Okay. Login button or whatever. I don't know what to call this. Avatar, even though it's not really one.
Uh, yeah, that's fine. Like maybe eventually we could use instead of username, it could be like an email, and then we could
Okay, yeah, that makes
hook
sense.
into Gravatar.
Oh yeah, I'd like that. It's the whole span.
So can you do like let's just maybe play around. Can you do like a text align right or float
Yes.
right?
Yep. I don't like
Okay.
using floats. Do I have to make it display black or inline black?
Uh,
Because it's a span.
I don't know. Is Matt toolbar? Is that like a display flex?
It is.
Okay. So then the span, I'm trying to remember, I think it's justify content or justify self.
Oops.
Yeah, I never remember these.
Align
So
items.
what's the difference between just okay, so align is the other way, so justify, okay.
Oh, align items flex end. Is that what I want?
Do we need to do like display flex?
I thought you did that on the container,
Okay.
but maybe I'm wrong since it's not doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Flexbox is still very confusing for me.
Direction row align items. Oh wait. That goes on the container and then what?
No, align is up and down in this case because the flex
Oh, I
direction is
see.
row.
Okay, so the flex direction really needs to be column.
You're on the mat toolbar.
Yes.
Yeah, I think flex direction row makes sense because you want like as you add things, it should go left to right. So I think we need to add like justify content. Right.
I think the way that this works is, oh, I guess it's a single row. Mm,
well, uh,
oh, we didn't do the.
I don't know if that matters or not.
Okay. Place content outside
So
of. Not specified.
it's about 8 o'clock. Should
Ah,
we
okay. Call it a
maybe
day.
wrap it?
Sure.
Yeah. And
All
we'll
right. Well, we made
we'll
a
get
little
to
bit of
this.
progress. Not quite as much progress as we would have liked, but we're getting there.
Yep.
So when you're going to be out all next week.
Right. So we could look at streaming again on the 2nd.
December 2nd, Monday, December 2nd. That sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
Okay.
Okay. All
Cool.
right. Well, this has been a good time. Thank you,
Yep.
everyone, for
Yeah.
joining us. Or thank you, Commander Root, for joining us. If you have any questions, I guess you can email us at codealongblog@gmail.com,
Yep.
and we'll get back to you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Take care.
All right. See ya.